Hi, everybody. My name is Matthew McCaig, and I'm an author of a very silly self-help book, The Joy of Not Sucking, an ultimate guide to solve all your problems. It's written from the perspective of a fake guru, this dude with the foam finger. If you missed the introduction to the book, go back and find the other video. But I'm going to read you chapter 1 now from the book called Be Silly to Escape Your Joyless Tedium. Humans start off as playful goofballs who can find joy with a box of crayons, one slug, and a magnifying glass to melt the hell out of the first two things. But then bam, adulthood hits, and each year we're crushed by increasingly larger anvils. Though I've never wanted offspring to continue my guru lineage and spread my slow as molasses metabolism, I'll admit that we could all learn one important lesson from them. No, not radiology. No, it's not how to shortchange a bookie either. Stop guessing and I'll tell you. Kids' competence at being silly is perhaps their sole redeeming quality, and we all need to copy their playful actions this one time before our planet becomes a big ball of dullness. It's like society's structures and institutions driven by greed to amass more shiny things push us to become mind-numbingly obedient drones in this insipid setup. So it's time to start our wacky rebellion, fellow weirdos, and chuck our rubber chickens into those dreadful dystopian gears before it's too late. Go ahead and wear that Hawaiian shirt in the snowstorm of the century. Get that vanity plate to display your passion for zit popping. And break out those jazz hands to brighten up an otherwise tense bank robbery. Sure, other people will rag on your odd ways with their friends behind your back, but those adults will all secretly be jealous of your back and its absurd ascent to happiness anyway. One caveat is that you shouldn't be silly when it impedes other people's days on the unrelentless hamster wheel of life. For example, if you get mad at a jogger ruining your dance video that you're making on the sidewalk, then you're being the exact serious turd bag you typically hate. Similarly, public pranks should be deemed a public nuisance worthy of the guillotine if you ask me. And there are certain times where a flash mob in the middle of a busy intersection isn't the best idea either. It takes a long time for ambulance drivers to scrape a liquefied body off the pavement after all. So make sure to keep your playfulness a net positive, otherwise you could wind up as another spontaneous casualty. Have you ever felt like people stop listening to you halfway through every sentence? Well, some silliness can do wonders to help people's attention too. Try adding a few bad accents and erratically varying your vocal pitch so you don't put everyone to sleep like most high school theater productions. Roleplay with your lover, even outside of the bedroom, for a romantic night of amateur improv comedy. And arrange that block party pillow fight to get to know those questionable neighbors next door. There are a few more interesting ways to exist than being a snooze fest. In fact, I propose that Wednesdays be replaced by a government-mandated break titled Weirds Days so that we can implement some necessary nonsense. For a full 24 hours, adults shall be paid to do the most childish, yet safe, activities they can dream up. That paperwork can wait until you spend half the day backflipping into a ball pit. Nobody needs an email response when they're building a massive pair of snow butt cheeks with a bulldozer either. Plus, your boss just might not fire you after they see your skills throwing dirt clumps at a nun, am I right? If you kind of have the urge to do at least one of those aforementioned activities right now, then that's a good sign. And if you can figure out how to incorporate ball pits, snow butts, and chucking dirt at nuns in the same activity, you're going to be a goddamn billionaire. If we could be sillier together, perhaps we'd realize we're not all that different and then solve most of our planet's stupid problems. And if some stuck-up world leader doesn't like our dirty wordplay or limerick about our genitals, then we'd all have the ultimate pun-based excuse when defending our actions. We were all just kidding that day, after all. But if you groaned at that pun, you're still too dead inside and should reread the whole entry to your friends like a Broadway musical. In tighty whities, singing into a cucumber. Now go wave those silly freak flags high, everyone, because the fate of our stagnation could very well rest in your jazz hands.